Today, Caroline Kerr has been looking at where the parties stand after the first batch of results.
After the first few days of official campaigning, our survey of the latest polls from the four main organisations looks like this. Labour are currently well out in front. 49% of people who were asked said they'd vote for them. The Conservatives are on 32%, the Liberal Democrats on 14%, and the others, including the Scottish Nationalists and Plaid Cymru, are on 5%. During the campaign, we'll show you how the parties are doing compared with the week before. But today, we'll compare our poll with the result of the 1997 election. So, based on people's responses, Labour would increase its vote by 5%, the Conservatives by 1%, but the Liberal Democrats' vote would drop 3%, as would the other parties. So how do the analysts explain why the Conservatives are doing so badly?
There are perhaps three things that help explain this Conservative deficit in the polls. Firstly, it's Labour now rather than the Conservatives who are seen as the party of economic competence. Secondly, on those issues which most people seem to care about, like education and health, Labour again is seen as the stronger party. And thirdly, there's the question of the party leaders. And here we find in the polls that Tony Blair, much more than William Hague, is seen as a good Prime Minister by electors.
So, in more detail, what do the polls tell us about the popularity of the party leaders? According to Gallup, which asked voters who'd make the best Prime Minister, 48% said Tony Blair, while 22% opted for William Hague and 14% for Charles Kennedy. So, at this stage, the polls show that voters are still very unsure about William Hague's leadership.
Well, let's get a reminder now of tonight's main headlines. On the first official day of the election campaign, the Tory leader William Hague has been trying to sort out conflict over his party's tax plans.
A man has appeared in court charged with the murder of Rosie Ross, the teenager who was stabbed to death in Birmingham at the weekend.
And Palestinians have been protesting over the killing of 5 of their policemen by Israeli troops. It led to more heavy fighting today between the two sides.
And finally, the new slimline Geri Halliwell, one-time Spice Girl and now chart-topping solo artist, has shared her past political allegiance, as well as a few pounds.
Yes, once she admired Mrs Thatcher. Well, now she's a fan of Mr Blair. As you may have seen before this programme, she's the latest celebrity to a political broadcast. Here's Nina Nanar.
She's already one of the most photographed celebrities in the country, so little surprise that Geri Halliwell has been sought out by the politicians. She spent the day launching a new album, but tonight the pop star turns her attentions to New Labour, with a brief appearance in their party political broadcast.
I'm not a politician. I don't claim to know lots about politics. I'm very proud to have Tony Blair as our leader of our country to stand for us. That's all.
Of course, it's nothing new. Jim Davidson did a turn at last year's Tory conference, and the last 20 years have seen plenty of celebrity admirers for all the parties. From photo opportunities with party leaders, fundraising gigs, and party political gags.
It won't just be Bob, it'll be Britain saying opportunity knocks.
In general, the bigger the celebrity, the bigger the media attention, but this is nothing compared to what happens in the States.
I am a Republican.
There, Hollywood's finest have long been used to spice things up. And when celebrities tire of boosting other people's images, they can always take office themselves, as Clint Eastwood did in the 80s in the Californian town of Carmel.
Congratulations, Victoria.
Nina Nanar, ITN.
And that's all from us. Trevor McDonald will be here later with the ITV News at 10.
And we'll be back tomorrow evening at the usual time, 6:30. Join us then. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good evening. The election campaign is gathering pace. It got underway officially today, and from tonight until June the 7th, we'll be providing a special campaign weather forecast. So to tomorrow, those campaigners in the Labour constituency of East Lothian will have a rather cloudy and misty day. Across in Ribble Valley, currently held by the Conservatives, it's going to be a more unsettled 24 hours, some heavy rain at times. And way down in the south, the Lib Dem constituency of the Oval will get the brightest weather with sunshine and showers. And I'm sure that given the opportunity, most of us would vote for a return of the weekend's mini heatwave. But sadly that's not going to happen. The story is far more unsettled for the next few days. Some heavy bursts of rain around tonight, as you can see here, especially from the southeast across North Wales, Northern England, in towards Northern Ireland to thundery bursts possible. So do take care of some heavy downpours around on the roads. The rest of Scotland basically dry, very misty though on the east coast, you can see there. And the southwest essentially dry too, just an odd light shower there, and no danger of frost tonight. And then for tomorrow, it's a similar start to the day, that broad band of cloud right across central parts of Britain with some heavy bursts of rain. Scotland again, not too bad, sunny spells, and the southwest brighter as well tomorrow morning. That brighter weather edging a little further north through the day, but there'll be scattered showers developing with the brightness, and the rain edges just a little north as well across southwestern parts of Scotland. But the rest of Scotland, apart from that mistiness in the east, gets a reasonably bright day tomorrow. As for temperatures, well, we saw 27 over the weekend, no chance of that tomorrow. Take 10 off it, I think, for most of us. As you see, it's back to normal for most of us. Around 17, 18 at best in those sunny spells, but further north on the east coast, only around 10 or 12. Here's the summary.
Power to gas, electricity, and telephone.
A face for telly and a bod for sin. He slipped on the street and now he's doing it for real. The man who's built for success. Coronation Street Scott Wright reveals why he's bearing all. Tomorrow, only on GMTV.
A father's plea
I'm asking you to help me save her.
opens a door to a world of intrigue
Your stupid little affair has been discovered.
and murder.
This is your fault, you know that. You've got to be killed.
Helen Baxendale stars in a new mystery from the pen of P.D. James.
He's using you, Cordelia. He's helping me. You're breaking the law.
An unsuitable job for a woman. Wednesday at 8, ITV.
If your flight doesn't take off, complain.
This is the most appalling piece of customer service.
Sound off. Phone home.
I won't be home till 5 o'clock in the morning.
Just don't blame the airline system.
I'm going to have another day like this for some time.
Airline tonight at 8:30, ITV.
We should go for a drink. Catch up.
Yeah, catch up.
Okay.
They say, never mix business with pleasure.
I'm flying soon.
No. What's happening? They were right. The bill, Tuesday at 8. Then we're behind bars with the Bad Girls at 9 tomorrow night, but now charity's going there.
Hey, it's a good picture.
Lovely sharp colours.
Brilliant clear whites.
Well, she's got digital.
Has she?
Yeah. Set-top box.
Emmerdale, the Great British Soap, sponsored by Daz Complete.